Here's why I'm never gonna get married, even though I want to. Medium to high status people, and then for higher status people, absolutely not. Because there's something called marriage momentum. And that means you have to prepare yourself mentally to be a product of that. Like the Bible says, a tree is recognized by its fruits, not by the tree itself. And about 2 years ago, I read a book called 101 Questions to Ask Before You Got Engaged. And it totally changed my life, the way I process situations. But guess what? Nobody that I would want to marry has read anything like that or made the effort to. So where do I end up? In a situation where my value increases. Like you, I learned self-development. I improve myself. My quality goes up. My partnership ability goes up. But no one else on the other side is doing that because they're told that they are goddesses. I'll start off with this. I was talking to a buddy of mine if male and females can be friends. And guess what? Every female friend you have is probably a lie because you supply something to them that allows them to be your friend. And you like them because they're pretty and they bring value to you. I would rather hang out with any of my guy friends than my female friends. Why? My guy friends support me in my projects. We work together on ideas. We encourage each other. We hit each other up when we're down. We tell each other problems, and we help each other even financially when it comes to that. When's the last time you had a female friend do all of that for you? Now, there's a community out there called the Red Pill. I'm not Red Pill, I'm not Sigma, I'm not Beta, I'm not PUA, I'm neither of that. The Red Pill guys would say, don't get married because when you get divorced, you're a wreck. They take the house and the kids. I'm not even scared of that. Bro, you could actually bypass that by just getting married in the church, a religious marriage, or going to another country and abiding by the laws of that country. There's ways around it. I'm not scared of losing anything. I'm just being prepared for the realistic situation of the courting and marriage process. The main problem that I'm noticing in relationships in what they call the dating market is something I want to put out here. It's called diminishing returns. That's a theory. Before, back in the day, if you learned social skills back in 2018, it would be worth it. You can actually expand your social skills to the point where almost anything would be damn near possible. VIP tickets, front row seats at things, free dinners, meals, hanging out with celebrities, going to meet beautiful people. The moon was the limit for you. And that's what it was. I had an assistant of mine, he said, I felt like I found the key to life and I've unlocked everything. This is amazing. But now we've gotten to a point where even if you do have those skills of self-improvement, the return that you get for it is less. What do I mean? You get less in return. You get somebody who has higher demands, somebody who has higher standards, somebody who doesn't want to compromise, because the word compromising makes them feel like they're weak, somebody who doesn't want to be a partner. You say to somebody, are you prepared to submit to yourself, submit to a husband or a wife? They'll say, no, I don't want to submit. Why should I submit to anything? But you have to submit. In fact, as a society, we no longer even submit to anything. We don't submit to the government and we don't submit to God. So when you no longer submit to society of the government or God or your spouse, who do you submit to after that? Nobody, because you are the queen, you are the king, you are God. And a problem happens in our society and relationships when everybody thinks that they are a god and they deserve to be worshipped. And this is where we are in society, where everybody is self-worshiping themselves. So I'll give you a quick story. A few months ago, I met somebody who was very famous. They worked on the movie and this person and I decided to go to Mexico. And all my life I've been dating high status people that are Olympic athletes, people that are daughters of famous authors. My buddy and Jesse and I had a story where we ran into Ariana Grande. She picked us up, and I dated Playboy models. And I thought the more high status, the better, because they can relate to me. I would often ask people, have you dated an athlete or an actor? And they would say yes. I'm like, great. I have an unconventional lifestyle, unconventional travel. Maybe we can relate. But what started to happen over the last 3 to 4 years, something incredible just shifted, where it no longer mattered if they had related with high status people, because they now believed that they had higher status than me. And no matter what I did, they believed that it was their God innate nature to have higher status than me, because everybody told them they were beautiful. Every day they woke up to thousands of messages saying that they're special. Every day they woke up saying their body is perfect and they should never even have to improve. And what is it like to date somebody who believes that they should not be into self-improvement, or that they don't have to improve, or the majority of the self-improvement they consume is just that they are okay and they should be okay with themselves? You can't be with somebody like that. So I was with these higher status people, but then they want to wear the pants in the relationship, and myself as a guy who's on the come up, I want to wear the pants in the relationship, and you have two people who want to wear the pants. And how does that coexist? You can't. There's no camaraderie there. There is no compromise. There is no sacrifice. And these three things of camaraderie, sacrifice, and compromise aren't bad things. They are necessities in order to make a deal. And every relationship you have, including a friendship, is a deal. You might have heard the expression, what do you bring to the table? Now the response to it is, I am the table. Well, I am the table. Everybody just wakes up and they think they're the table now, right? They are the table. Then how could you even negotiate with somebody like that? How can you come to an understanding with somebody like that when they all think that they are the table? But really, every table can be improved. There's different qualities of tables, right? So it doesn't matter what you're offering these days, it seems to be in relationships. Whatever you want to present, invite somebody to. It doesn't matter if they think that they are the table, because they are forever in a state of expectation and entitlement. Now, for myself, I'll say to somebody, hey, listen, we're gonna go to amazing restaurants. We're gonna go to great places. I'm gonna introduce you to my amazing network of people and friends that have been there and supported me throughout my life. I'm gonna give you the wisdom that I have acquired as a man throughout my life that will hopefully help you because I've had different experiences. I'm gonna give you financial support if I have it. I'm gonna give you the assistant to work on your projects. I'm gonna give you great love in the bedroom. I'm gonna give you amazing emotions. And then just if they say, I am the table, it's like, well, how do you come to a compromise with that? Because they just want you to put what you have on that table. And so this is the situation we have now, where it's hard to progress and accelerate and move forward to a mature standpoint when nobody wants to take an L. And every relationship, every negotiation, every partnership is about the L's that you're willing to take and the L's that you're not willing to take. Whether the opposing party or opposing person is willing to take 0 L's, there's nothing really to talk about. And I heard a story the other day. It was about a lady, and she decided to follow her career and her passions as she should, be the best that she can be to support herself. And she was, I think, in her late 30s. And a generic pregnancy is over the age of 35. She decided to go to a sperm bank and try to receive sperm. And she did it and it failed. And she did it a second time and it failed. Did it a third time and it failed. Went to Wells Fargo to get a loan from the bank. Did it again, it failed. Failed again, went back to the bank, remortgaged her house, took out a loan, tried it a few more times and it failed. And her whole life savings went to this desire to have a child. And that was the most important thing in her life. At the end of her life, what does she want? Did she want a husband? No. She wanted her career, which is increasing resources, and she wanted a baby. Let me ask you, when is the last time that somebody did that for you? Have you been in a relationship? When is the last time you've been in a relationship where you dated somebody, even just the courtship process of trying to get into a serious relationship or had a serious relationship where somebody sacrificed that much for you, their life savings for you? That never has happened, and in this day and age, it never will happen, right? But as a man, what are you willing to do? Sacrifice everything. You're willing to lay down your fucking life on the line, aren't you? I know that if I'm with a woman and we're dating and it's even 6 months, 8 months in, and we go down the street and there's a guy with a knife, I'm gonna say, get out the way, baby. I'm gonna jump in front and I'm gonna put my life on the line. I'm gonna risk taking that knife wound just to protect her, right? I'm giving my life, my finances, my future, my family, everything. What I'm saying here is that it makes it really hard for me. I would love to get married. I've made an active effort to. However, the deal looks less and less sweet as time goes on, and the cooperation and the compatibility and the sacrifice that people are making is decreasing, and it looks like an equation that is forever dreadful. In the future, something changes, great, it changes. But right now, the continual risk is not worth the reward of investment and the payoff. Suppose you are somebody who's on the come up and you've developed yourself in life. You've maybe started your own career, your passion, your own job, and you've built yourself up from the ground, from nothing. You pulled yourself up from the bootstraps, you made it happen. And now you've developed these characters because of it, right? You have developed resourcefulness, you're ambitious, you're able to look at your own psychology, you believe in self-improvement. Now you're at the top of the top. Let's say you're making, they say 6 figures a year. Let's say you're making mid to high level 6 figures a year. And now you go into your dating options. You say, you're looking around yourself, you're saying, who can I attract? Well, of course, you're able to get access to the most beautiful people, but have those most beautiful people exercise those qualities to get there. Or did they just get there because they're beautiful? The people who are models or people who are paid to be beautiful, or the actors or the actresses. And most likely, if you're a man, they haven't built those qualities to even be in that circle, but they're there, all right? So now you're in a situation, the mismatch, where you're trying to date somebody that possibly is not a correct match for you long term. That's why we see so many divorces happening, especially with celebrities and people that are famous. Now, there's also another flip side. Let's say the person you do meet was somebody who worked on themselves. They started a nail or hair salon business, or whatever it was. They started from the scratch, they built it up, and they became really successful, and they really helped out their family and got everybody out the gutter, and they made all these power moves, and now they speak at entrepreneur events. Great, but now what's the problem? They're too stuck in their masculine because they had to become the man that they always wanted to date. They had to become that man that was missing from their life, the man to save them. Maybe their grandmother said, don't rely on a man to save you, so she had to save herself. Now you got two men. I don't want to date myself. If I want to date a man, I'd just be gay. That seems like a more alternate, better solution, because at least, oh, you're gonna go there. So you're stuck. It's a catch-22. That's why you'll find a lot of successful people dating below their means, because they just want somebody who can submit to that leadership. If you chose me because I am the best guy to you, I am the best option that's out there, that's why you chose me, right? You made the best decision you could, right? Otherwise, do you not believe in the decision that you made? Do you not believe you chose the best guy? Your actions have to follow the thought process that you made and the decision you made earlier. But nobody wants to do that anymore. So listen, man, I don't got all the answers to this, but I am somebody that has a decade plus of figuring this out. I'm still working through this live in real time as the world changes, such as you are. If you're on the same path as me, at the same level as me, you need somebody that you want to talk to, hit me up. I'm available. I've worked with 20,000 students face-to-face worldwide, and I've also done 720 live events. Besides that, I've had a hell of a life of experience that I cannot share on camera or YouTube, but believe me, if I told you some of the stories, it would shock you. And I basically do this because just out of the pure joy and love of my heart. I'm retired, basically. I don't even need to do this anymore, but I do it anyway. It's just because I love doing it. And it's something I feel like I have a legacy of information I want to give forward to the world. So if you want to speak with me, there's going to be a link down in the description. You can click it. There's some Skype coaching available for different hours and different rates. And, do it. Go ahead. Be sure to get your value's worth out of it. I don't got to explain the value. It's obvious it's going to be there because of what I've said so far has resonated with you. You know that you're in the right place and this is where you want to go with it. All right, so go ahead, click the link, and see you guys soon in one way or another.